व सानिध्य में विशाल व भव्य BAPS हिंदू मंदिर अबू धाबी के उद्घाटन के ऐतिहासिक अवसर पर आयोजित सद्भाव दिवस, मूल्य दिवस, शांति दिवस एवं कृतज्ञता दिवस से युक्त सद्भाव महामहोत्सव 2024 का अबू मुरेखा एग्जिट 366 ऑन E11 अबू धाबी UAE से डी लाइव।
संत सुखी संसार में, संत सुखी संसार में। संत सुखी संसार में, संत सुखी संसार में, और सबे जग जरत निरंतर, और सबे जग जरत निरंतर, तीन ताप की जार में हो। संत सुखी संसार में, संत सुखी संसार में। राजा भी दुखिया, रंक भी दुखिया, राजा भी दुखिया, रंक भी दुखिया, धनपति दुखित विकार में हो, धनपति दुखित विकार में हो। राजा भी दुखिया, रंक भी दुखिया, राजा भी दुखिया, रंक भी दुखिया, धनपति दुखित विकार में हो, धनपति दुखित विकार में। बिना विवेक भेख सब दुखिया, बिना विवेक भेख सब दुखिया, झूठा तना अहंकार में। संत सुखी संसार में, संत सुखी संसार में। दुख पावत दुनिया, ज्ञान बिना दुख पावत दुनिया, माया घोर अंधार में हो, माया घोर अंधार में हो, ज्ञान बिना दुख पावत दुनिया, ज्ञान बिना दुख पावत दुनिया। माया घोर अंधार में हो, माया घोर अंधार में। मुक्तानंद मुनिवर विज्ञानी, मुक्तानंद मुनिवर विज्ञानी, पहुँचत तेज अंबार में। संत सुखी संसार में, संत सुखी संसार में। और सबे जग जरत निरंतर, और सबे जग जरत निरंतर। तीन ताप की जार में हो, संत सुखी संसार में। संत सुखी संसार में, संसार में, संसार में, संसार में।
Peace is multidimensional emotional euphoria. From shutting yourself in to letting yourself go, peace is many things to many people. Closing your eyes may bring peace, but opening your eyes generates peace. Opening our eyes to the challenges of this world and overcoming them is more important. When prayers are backed by perseverance and dreams are defined by actions, real peace flourishes. More than just conflict management, conflict resolution and conflict eradication, it's all about conflict transformation. How do we transform the everyday conflicts and challenges of the world to generate peace? It's about opening our eyes to see social, emotional, mental and spiritual progress towards peace. To preserve peace, let us deserve peace.
पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। With these ancient prayers for peace, we begin this evening as the day of peace. We all know that the temple, BAPS Hindu Mandir, which is considered as a spiritual oasis for global harmony, was opened in the morning with the Murti Pratishtha at the hands of His Holiness Mahan Swami Maharaj. In the evening, our beloved Prime Minister came to perform the dedication ceremony and the global Aarti, which was joined by millions across the world. The day after was the day of harmony, where the Deputy Secretary General of the Muslim World League came from Mecca and Rabbi David Rosen came from Jerusalem. And I believe that saints from Haridwar, Buddhist monks from Ladakh, and so many, a galaxy of spiritual leaders joined us for the Day of Harmony. Yesterday was the day of civilization because Padma Bhushan Vamadeva Shastri, Dr. David Frawley had once told me, in the streets of Dubai, that Your Holiness, till now BAPS has built 1,200 temples across the world. They are all inspirational. After building Akshardhams, they became generational. But one temple in Abu Dhabi is civilizational because it is bringing civilizations closer together. Hence, it is but natural that today, this evening, we celebrate the Day of Peace. Peace is always equated with inner feeling. But the outer reality does have an impact upon it. Very often we hear that when we close our eyes, we find peace. But this evening, we want to bring a little bit of change. Peace comes to us when we also open our eyes to the issues that challenge the world, to the issues that challenge our lives and the earth, to so many things in our own lives. When we are conscious of those issues and when we take steps for development in that way, peace is a process that brings things together for greater development. Hence, this evening, there'll be ideas that will be explored, like peace through justice, from one of the finest judges that India has produced. Peace through environment. And by the way, peace through media. We are going to explore by the thinkers, the people who have done that. But then also, peace through well-being and health. Peace through harmony. And also, peace through the process that we all believe in, spirituality. So today, I would like to just set the forum with an idea that His Holiness Pramukh Swami often quoted. Once a man approaches the Guru and he says to that Guru that I want peace, mujhe shanti chahiye. So the Guru tells him that please write down what you have just said. So the man writes down that I then want peace. So the Guru tells him something very important which all of us should bear in mind. The Guru says first, cancel the I, and then cancel the want. All that you will have is peace. When we go beyond our ego and when we go beyond our desires, transcending these two will generate more peace. When one of the most beloved presidents of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, met His Holiness Pramukh Swami Maharaj, he told Pramukh Swami Maharaj that you are a great teacher, a great teacher. A teacher, this he's saying after becoming the finest scientist, a great inventor, and while he was the president. This he told Pramukh Swami, you're a great teacher, a teacher who has taught me how to remove I and how to remove me. That's what makes you a great teacher. So this evening, as we explore the idea of peace through so many different fields from experts who have come together, especially to this temple, to this assembly, what better man, more eloquent, a person with a great heart and who wins hearts. To host this evening, we have with us a person who has acted in more than 66 films. A person who has won 49 awards. A person who has been educated in the finest film institutes but proven himself on the silver screen. But more important than just being a celebrity, he is a person who has given more than his heart for this project, BAPS Hindu Mandir, and a person who would love to be introduced as a humble servant of this mandir and dharma itself. I invite Vivek Oberoi to come to the mic and be the host for this evening. Vivek ji, thank you.
बोलो स्वामीनारायण भगवान की, बोलो महंत स्वामी महाराज जी की, बोलो आबू धाबी मंदिर महोत्सव की। बहुत बढ़िया, फैंटास्टिक। मैं बहुत इन्फ्लुएंस्ड रहा स्वामीनारायण थॉट प्रोसेस से, संप्रदाय से, वैल्यू सिस्टम से। ईश्वर की कृपा से ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड, पूरी दुनिया में आई हैव अ लॉट ऑफ फैंस। लेकिन मैं ये कह सकता हूँ कि मैं स्वामीनारायण संप्रदाय और उनकी थॉट प्रोसेस, उनकी वैल्यू सिस्टम का बहुत बड़ा फ़ैन हूँ। और ख़ासकर ब्रह्मविहारी स्वामी जी, जो मेरे लिए मेरे सोल ब्रदर हैं, मेरे भाई हैं, उनका बहुत बड़ा फ़ैन हूँ। जब वो बोलते हैं तो इतनी प्रेरणा मिलती है। ही इज सो इंस्पिरेशनल एंड आई डोंट नो हाउ ही डज इट, बट एवरी टाइम आई सिट एंड लिसन टू हिम, I don't realize where the time goes, because he can speak, he can inspire, give you wisdom, give you love, humor, charm, wit, all of it. And I'm fascinated with how he does it. I think he has more pearls of wisdom than there are pearls in the ocean of Bahrain. Even today, backstage, I took the opportunity where I insisted, I said, I want to spend 10 minutes with you on each one of these topics. Please, just share your thoughts. Say one line, say two lines. And golden words just keep coming out. And I think that is by divine grace. Because when people ask me that you've been through a tumultuous journey, you've had ups and downs in 22 years in the film industry, आपने बहुत ऊंचाइयाँ देखी हैं, बहुत गिरावटें देखी हैं, आपने सक्सेस देखा, फेलियर देखा, तो how do you deal with it? And I tell them that आत्मीय शक्ति, spiritual strength is the greatest strength of all. और मजाक मजाक में, लेकिन सीरियसली भी यही कहता हूँ कि जब भी ऐसी मुश्किल आती है, कोई भी दलदल आता है लाइफ में, any kind of really difficult situation, तो ये जो सैफरन चोला है ना भगवा, साधुओं का चोला पकड़ लो। बिकॉज संत महात्माओं का, साधुओं का जो ग्रेस है, जो निस्वार्थ भावना से, सेल्फलेसली जो प्यार है, जो आशीर्वाद है, वो आपको कई डिफिकल्टीज में से, लाइफ में से निकाल देगा। एंड आई थिंक दैट इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ इट ऑल। हमारी आत्मा जो है वो इन टुडेज मॉडर्न वर्ल्ड डिप्लीट हो जाती है, खाली हो जाती है। नेगेटिविटी इतनी ज़्यादा है समटाइम्स अराउंड अस, पर्सनल लाइफ में, ऑफिस लाइफ में। हम मोबाइल बैटरी तो दिन में 2 बार चार्ज कर लेते हैं, आत्मा की बैटरी को कैसे चार्ज करोगे भाई? आई थिंक एक दुनिया के सभी आत्माओं की, डिस्पाइट द कलर ऑफ देयर स्किन, द प्लेस ऑफ देयर बर्थ, with no division of religion, creed, caste, or color, race, the one powerhouse, super powerhouse that recharges the battery of your spirit, your soul, are beautiful mandirs like the Abu Dhabi Mandir. When I brought my son here, I felt deeply emotional. I felt moved. It wasn't because I physically came to Abu Dhabi here. My soul was transported to another realm. And I felt moved about everything. It was incredible to see the devotion in every aspect. When I walked in, I saw people from all walks of life. कोई लंदन से आया है, कोई यूएस से आया है, कोई भारत से आया है. किसी को पता नहीं है कि कौन क्या करता है. कोई डॉक्टर है, कोई इंजीनियर है, कोई बहुत बड़ा आदमी है, कोई मिडिल क्लास का आदमी. इट डिड नॉट मैटर. सब वही सेवा भाव से, कंप्लीट डिवोशन एंड सरेंडर से साफ सफाई कर रहे थे, झाड़ू लगा रहे थे, पूरी की पूरी मंदिर की प्रेमाइसेस को क्लीन कर रहे थे. सेम थिंग आई सॉ इन एवरी कार्विंग. इतने डिवोशन के बिना इतनी सुंदर कार्विंग, इतना आर्किटेक्चर टू अचीव इन सच अ शॉर्ट विंडो ऑफ टाइम इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल. इट इज ओनली डिवोशन दैट इंस्पायर्स यू टू बी एबल टू क्रिएट सच ब्यूटी. And then I saw the real action heroes, because we are only on-screen action heroes. हम तो scripted dialogues बोलते हैं फिल्म में, और stunt double को बोलते हैं कि भैया जंप मारना है तो तू मार ले. लेकिन real action heroes, हमारे volunteers और हमारे साधु, ये real action heroes हैं. कोई सीढ़ी पे चढ़ा है और इलेक्ट्रिकल फिक्स कर रहा है साधु. कोई एक साधु वहां पे साफ सफाई करवा रहे हैं. कोई एक साधु वहां पे कारपेंट्री का काम देख रहे हैं. इट वॉज इनक्रेडिबल टू सी देम ऑल गेट इनटू एक्शन एंड एग्जीक्यूट द इम्पॉसिबल. एंड आई थिंक दैट एनर्जी इज द डिवाइन ग्रेस ऑफ द गुरु हु एनविजन्ड दिस, बिकॉज गुरु ही इम्पॉसिबल को तोड़कर आई एम पॉसिबल बनाता है. लोग कहते हैं कि प्रमुख स्वामी जी महाराज की ये एक सपना था. इट वॉज हिज ड्रीम टू बिल्ड दिस टेम्पल. मैं इन ऑल ह्यूमिलिटी इस थॉट पे थोड़ा डिफर करता हूँ. आई डोंट थिंक इट वॉज हिज ड्रीम, आई थिंक इट वॉज हिज विजन. इन 1997 द ग्रेट सोल, द एनलाइटेंड सोल दैट ही वॉज, कुड सी दैट दिस इज वॉट विल हील द वर्ल्ड. This temple will bring the world together. This temple will build a bridge that will last 1,000 years between two countries, two people, two cultures, two religions. And that was his great vision. And we are so fortunate and humbled to be here. Today is the day of peace. हम मीडिया की बात करते हैं, न्यूज़ की बात करते हैं. We don't see any news that brings us peace. We see conflict, we see pain, we see misery, we see wars. In my home, I have a son who's 11 and my daughter is 9. And she asks me sometimes, why do humans fight? Why do we kill each other? Why is war the only answer? And I really have no way to explain to her, because I'm searching for those answers myself. How do we take the world from pieces to peace? I hope to explore that with you today on this day of peace. My personal experience as an actor, even though I've studied overseas, I did my master's in film in New York University, I think the greatest teaching was the wealth of knowledge in Bharat. The wealth of knowledge in Bharat, if anybody reads about Natya Shastra, thousands of years old, written by Bharat Muni, which explains the complete performing arts to any aspiring artist. It's a beautiful book, you must read it. It's a deep and rich part of our heritage. उसका एक मूल मंत्र है, श्रृंगारो हास्य करुणा रौद्र वीर भयानका विभत्स अद्भुत संज्ञो चैत्य अष्टो नाट्य प्रभा. It explains the navrasas. 9 रस हैं. You can act them all. You can act angry, you can act courageous, you can act funny, you can act romantic. It explains that you can act all of this. But do you know the one thing it doesn't have? You cannot act peace. You have to feel it. Peace is not something that can be performed or acted. It has to be felt, it has to be experienced. So as an actor, I'm constantly searching myself for peace. Because beyond true joy, Sat Chitanand is always in Shanti, in Atma Shanti, in peace. And that is what the journey for all of us has been. I hope to explore today, through the incredible people that we have on our dais, to share on each topic. And we will begin today's topic with the peace through environment. Today, as creators, as a society, as civilization, as nations, we take great pride and maybe sometimes a sense of ego in the monuments we build. Whether it's building a massive skyscraper or great bridges across the ocean. And then all it takes is one earthquake, one tsunami, one storm to bring our egos crushing to the ground and make us realize that there is only one true creator, that is Bhagwan. He has created the environment. We cannot create environment, but we can do our best to preserve what He has given us, to protect the environment, because it is not ours to use and abuse. It is ours to protect and preserve for generations to come, for our children and their children and their children further.
बीएपीएस हिंदू मंदिर के भव्य उद्घाटन समारोह के इस महत्वपूर्ण अवसर पर मैं आपको और बीएपीएस स्वामीनारायण संस्था के पूरे परिवार को हार्दिक बधाई देता हूं. I feel humbled to be part of this grand celebration that embodies the spirit of unity, peace, love, and devotion. I'm honored to share the stage with the esteemed guests present today. Standing tall at 108 feet, the BAPS Hindu temple is an architectural marvel, symbolizing Bharat's ancient and cosmic spiritual connection. The mandir, adorned with 7 shikhars, represents gratitude for the unity of the 7 emirates, reflecting the harmonious bond between India and UAE. Today, like Vivek said, I've been invited to speak about peace through environment. These are 2 themes very relevant in our societal discourse today. But our ancient Indian traditions have always understood that you do not just seek peace, you are the peace. Our ethos has always been about being one with the universe, or being one with Brahman, of seeing divine in everything. From our Vedas to Bhagwan Ram, to even in modern history, Mahatma Gandhi, and even our Honorable Prime Minister, everyone has encouraged us to lead a life in sync with the environment, consume within needs, and to think of the world as one family, Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. Over the last couple of centuries, though, a different model of development took center stage in the world. One where individuality was at odds with community. One where humanity started seeing the environment as a resource for exploitation and a zero-sum game between man and nature. The world was supposed to be tamed, and this became the heroic theme of the previous century. The world became one of binaries, instead of a union of people and environment. Limited resources and identities put man against man, country against country, system against system. And this exploitation of the environment has left our generation to solve the multitude of challenges, starting from climate change, which impacts many people already, wars over resources, technological prowess, which is moving forward, but without the values to anchor them for the benefit of humanity. But today, we are at a turning point again. Modern technologies have put us at the crossroads of new possibilities. We can build a future of abundance by harnessing the unlimited resources of the universe, the sun, the wind, and the atom. We are one with the universe. We are one with the Brahman. We have the technologies to build a circular economy. And instead of burning fossil fuels that will never return, energy has been harnessed through materials that can be recycled to ensure that we have the least footprint of mining the earth and mining and destroying the earth. But these technologies alone are not enough. Technologists like me will develop technologies, entrepreneurs like me will create companies on them. But today, the world is at this crossroad where technology alone is not enough, especially if we see these only as a competitive advantage over others. We will always be locked in this zero-sum game. We need to anchor these technological capabilities in a strong foundation of consciousness, as embodied in our timeless and traditional values of being one with the universe and the whole world being one family. And today, as I was touring the mandir, that's the spirit that this mandir embodies. This mandir embodies multiple cultures coming together, multiple Indian communities and cultures coming together in a place in UAE where they have been so kind to our civilization to exhibit ourselves, but along with their own stories to tell. Today, we as Indians are destined to build this future for the whole world. We have the technological prowess and the timeless values of inclusivity and oneness. India is rising again after centuries, economically and culturally. And this rise is going to be the defining change of this century, as it will rewrite the developmental paradigm from one of exploitation to one of harmony, man with man and man with environment. The youth of India have the dream, the ideas, the energy and the vigor to claim this destiny and make a new world where India will be a beacon of leadership once again. And this institution, the BAPS Mandir here, the Hindu Mandir, is a symbol of spirituality and the universal ethos of love, peace and harmony. For me, to be here has been an inspiration and drives me with stronger, renewed vigor to work towards the future of peace and prosperity of the world through these timeless Indian values. India's rise as a Vishwa Guru will create a new paradigm of inclusive and harmonious development for the world. This is our dharma as young Indians, and as true Karma Yogis, we will devote ourselves fully to it. Thank you.
हमारे ऋग्वेद में एक मंत्र है, एक ऋचा, संगच्छध्वम संवदध्वम संवो मनांसि जानताम देवा भागम यथा पूर्वे संजानानाम उपासते। शायद दुनिया की सभी समस्याओं का समाधान इन दो पंक्तियों में निहित है। इसका हर शब्द दैवी है, डिवाइन है। मंत्र और ऋचाएं तो होती ही ऐसी हैं, लेकिन जब हम कहते हैं कि संगच्छध्वम, हम साथ चलें, लेट अस मार्च टुगेदर, नो वन इज लेफ्ट बिहाइंड, नो वन इज लेफ्ट आउट, कोई पीछे ना रह जाए, कोई हमसे बिछुड़ ना जाए। एक शब्द में कितना भरा हुआ है। और साथ चलने के लिए क्या चाहिए? वो वातावरण चाहिए, लिविंग प्लेइंग फील्ड, अपॉर्चुनिटी टू ऑल। साथ चलने के लिए इच्छा शक्ति चाहिए, क्योंकि कुछ लोग आगे भाग सकते हैं अपनी योग्यता से और कुछ पीछे रह सकते हैं। आगे भाग जाने वालों को बहुत धैर्य और बहुत साहस से थोड़ा धीमे होना पड़ेगा, ताकि वो पीछे रह जाने वालों के हाथ पकड़कर आगे ला सके। और जो पीछे पिछुड़ जाते हैं, उनको भी और ज्यादा परिश्रम करना पड़ेगा, सामर्थ्यवान और सशक्त होना पड़ेगा कि वो आगे जा सकें। तभी तो सब साथ साथ चलेंगे। इतनी बड़ी बात तो शायद समानता के और किसी दर्शन में नहीं है, जो एक शब्द में है, संगच्छध्वम, साथ चलिए। और दूसरा है संवदध्वम, हम साथ साथ बोलें। बोलने के लिए सबको आजादी हो, गाली गलौज करने की नहीं, लेकिन एक संभाव पैदा करने के लिए, एक समरसता पैदा करने के लिए ऐसी वाणी बोलें कि हम लोग साथ साथ चल सकें। और संभो मनांसि जानताम, हमारे मन उन विचारों से समान रूप से मिले हुए हों जो विचार मानवता को आगे बढ़ाते हैं। तो कितनी बड़ी बात है। यही शांति का आधार है। अगर आप साथ चलेंगे, एक दूसरे के साथ चलना सीखेंगे, एक दूसरे की बात सुनना सीखेंगे, केवल अपनी अपनी नहीं थोपेंगे, मिल बैठकर, एक शब्द आखिरी में है, संजाना नाम उपासते। परमात्मा से प्रार्थना भी है और संकल्प भी है कि हम मिल बैठकर ऐसे ज्ञान का सृजन करें जो ज्ञान, द नॉलेज कंस्ट्रक्टेड टुगेदर by all of us, and that knowledge becomes the knowledge for all. संजानानाम उपासते, हर फॉर्मूला है, हर सूत्र है, एक एक वाक्य में। आज की दुनिया जितनी अमीर है, इतिहास में उतनी अमीर कभी नहीं थी। आज की दुनिया में जितने साधन हैं उतने पहले कभी नहीं थे। जितनी टेक्नोलॉजी है, जितनी नॉलेज है, जितने डेटा हैं, पहले कभी नहीं थे। आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस है, पहले नहीं थी। इस सब के बावजूद ऐसा हालत क्या है, ऐसी हालत क्यों चल रही है? कहीं ना कहीं गड़बड़ है। लगता है कि हम बोल रहे हैं कुछ, सोच रहे हैं कुछ और कर रहे हैं कुछ और। ये जो कहा जाता था ना, मनसा वाचा कर्मणा, एक होना चाहिए। हम अपने आप से पूछें गिरेबान में मुंह डाल के कि क्या सचमुच हम वो साहस रखते हैं, वो नैतिकता और वो ईमानदारी रखते हैं कि जो हमारे मन में है हम बोल सकते हैं। हम ईमानदारी से कहें कि जो बातें हम कह रहे हैं अपने घर में, अपने बाहर, अपने समाज में, अपने राष्ट्र में, उन बातों पर हम खुद अमल करते हैं कि नहीं करते। ये सबको सोचना होगा। ये जो मैं आज आया तो जगह जगह मुझे सौहार्द वाली बात, हर बनी की बात लगी। हम लोग कहते हैं कि पीस इज नॉट जस्ट द एब्सेंस ऑफ वॉर, पीस इज समथिंग डीपर, समथिंग बिगर, समथिंग लार्जर। हमारे मन, हमारे वचन और हमारे कर्मों का संतुलन, हमारे बॉडी, माइंड एंड सोल का संतुलन, तीन बातें जरूरी हैं। संतुलन, इक्विलिब्रियम, सौहार्द, हार्मनी और सामंजस्य, कोऑर्डिनेशन। अगर ये नहीं होगा तो जो सबसे बड़ी समस्या से दुनिया गुजर रही है वो है नैतिकता की कमी, द ग्रोइंग मॉरल डेफिसिट इन ऑल वॉक्स ऑफ लाइफ। उसका एक ही निदान है और वो है कि हम नए तरीके खोजें। वी नो द प्रॉब्लम्स। I am the part of United Nations many committees, and one of the I would say very important committee, not the committee but a small group of some key leaders of the world, and that is UN Advocate on Sustainable Development Goals. So नहीं, ये ताली बजाने की बात नहीं है, ये इससे भी ज़्यादा और कई चीज़ों में मैं हूँ। लेकिन जब हम सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल के लिए बात करते हैं तो हमको लगता है कि कोई भी एक गोल हम पूरा नहीं कर पाएंगे। आई कैन कन्फेस इट, इवन बीइंग द यूएन एडवोकेट ऑन दैट। एक भी गोल पूरा नहीं कर सकते 2030 तक अगर ये हालत रहे तो बहनों भाइयों, एक विचार हमारे मन में चल रहा है कि जो चीज हमारे सबके अंदर है, एक ऐसी पूंजी, एक ऐसा समुद्र जो ईश्वर ने हम सबको दे के भेजा है, वो करुणा का समुद्र है। सीता ने जब राम को पहली बार देखा तो ये उनके सौंदर्य पर, उनके हैंडसम होने पर, उनके शील स्वभाव पर मोहित नहीं हुई। अशोक वाटिका में उन्होंने अपनी सहेली को जो बात कही वह कही, करुणा निधान सुजान शील स्नेह जानत राबरो। ये जो आदमी है, ये नौजवान है, जो राजकुमार दिख रहा है, ये करुणा का निधान है। और करुणा यानी कंपैशन वो केवल धार्मिक भाषण की चीज नहीं है, उपदेशों की चीज नहीं है। जब एक मां के पेट में बच्चा लेता है, गर्भ में जीवन लेता है, जीवन शुरुआत करता है, तो मां के जीवन में जो परिवर्तन आते हैं, उसके सोच में, उसके न्यूरोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर्स में जो चेंजेस आते हैं, वो करुणा है। और जब वो सामने आ जाता है बच्चा, तो उसके प्रति जो एक जवाबदेही है, उसके प्रति जो एक लगाव है, वो केवल प्रेम और स्नेह नहीं है। तो करुणा को सरल भाषा में हम ये कह सकते हैं, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग, सेल्फलेस माइंडफुल प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग ऑफ others, feeling others' problem as your own problem. दूसरे के दुख दर्द को और समस्या को अपनी समस्या की तरह महसूस करके दिल से और बड़े माइंडफुल तरीके से, विवेकपूर्ण तरीके से, संतुलित भाव से निस्वार्थ होकर उसका समाधान करना ही करुणा है। तो करुणा केवल धर्म की बात नहीं है, करुणा हमारे भीतर का एक न्यूरोलॉजिकल, बायोलॉजिकल फैक्ट है। इसको हमने सिर्फ अपने कुछ लोगों तक सीमित रखा है। लेट अस एनलार्ज द सर्कल ऑफ कंपैशन। We have globalized markets and economies. We have globalized data. We have globalized problems. And in some cases, we have globalized solutions also to those problems. This is the time to globalize compassion.
I am truly overwhelmed because on the day of peace, I find myself on the stage with a Nobel Peace Laureate, with others I did not know were so dedicated to the cause of peace and dharma. And I must specially say, I am very pleasantly surprised that even Bollywood has someone like this. The occasion has been, not today, the inauguration of one of the most extraordinary temples in history. And I must begin by simply saying congratulations to Brahma Vihariji. And I'm sure it was not have been possible without the blessings of Pramukh Swami Maharaj, the Mahant Swami Maharaj, and all the gurus of the BAPS. I can imagine how much work must have gone into it. The temple is devotion, compassion, and benediction in stone. You know, in Sthapatya Ved, and a good friend of mine who's a Sthapati is sitting here, a temple is not considered to be a mere abode or residence of God. It is considered to be a form of God. And that is the feeling that I got today. It represents the highest ideals of all civilization, which is justice and peace, the theme of my talk. A great judge once said that a theme is here not for a brief moment, a brief fragment of an hour, but for a lecture, a series of lecture, a volume, almost one might say a library. In the sense people have been talking about justice on these days, I really feel that I am more acquainted with law than with justice. There is so much about, such a mystery about justice and peace, and which is something which all civilizations stand for. I can truly say that one does not know the origin of the idea of justice on earth. Peace, of course, is well known. But I think in all humility that since mankind has not been able to prevent wrongdoing and crimes, we have developed justice. And justice is very difficult to define, but you can begin by saying things about it like what it is not. It is not revenge. It is not a means of domination of a set of people against another set of people, which is what it is often used as. It is something which resides in the heart of men, of compassionate and brave men who are willing to lay down their lives for the cause. I know Kailash Bhai is one of them. There are many stories about him which probably I'll speak on another date, but I know how he has risked his life for justice, for children. There are many who may not have been in the public field who have yearned for justice and have got it by telling the message of peace. And here I must endeavor to answer the connection between justice and peace, which Vivek asked. I think it is justice that leads to peace. I have, in my years as an advocate, as a judge, felt the pain of wrongdoing, which you see in people who come to court. The feeling that they have been wronged is the seeking of justice. And it requires an extraordinary sense to do justice, to decide a case according to your best conscience. But that in the end brings peace, not to both sides. Unfortunately, the system is such that there is one side which doesn't go back satisfied. But there are cases and there are occasions when you do find at the end of a day that there is great peace, at least in your heart, because you have done right. I heard Kailash Bhai talk about what the Secretary General of the United Nations said today. And I would like to point out that it is not the last 75 years. The fact is that in the last 3,420 years of recorded history, only 268 years have seen no war. This is what Will Durant says in his Lessons of History. Obviously, we do not have the vision of such a long period, but this is the truth. But the desire for peace has endured. And I believe that dharma or religion has been that one single force which has preserved the ideals of love, compassion, and peace. Political theories and science probably, with the best of intentions, have not been able to bring peace. I know there are conflicts in the name of religion too, but I do not believe that they are because of religion, they are because of wealth, power, and territory. I do not believe that the practice of true religion has ever led to a war or a single conflict. I certainly cannot claim to be an authority on religion, especially here. But I feel the urge to say what I believe true religion is. You will forgive me if I am in error. Kailash mentioned a very famous saying from our scriptures, Dharyati iti dharmaha. It means that dharma is that one force which holds things together, dharyati. It holds a husband to a wife, a man or woman to work, the planets to the solar system, and so on. Anything that binds. You will all find it very interesting to know that the word religion comes from the Latin word religare. And religare means re, that is things. Ligare means which hold together, like ligament. So religare, that is religion, is that which holds things together. Exactly the same meaning as dharyati iti dharmaha. I do not mean to comment on anybody, but I do believe that the sequitur of this is that which divides is not religion. And that is why I think that to hold on to dharma is the only solution which has the possibility of bringing about peace in this world. Though there is a lot of discouragement from reading history to know that there has never been a time, only 268 years which do not have war, but still it is a worthwhile endure. It is worthwhile to go through this because the pain of conflict is something which engulfs the entire humanity, not only a particular region. Justice, you know, is a divine imperative in both in Hinduism and in Islam. Interestingly, the Quran emphasizes the importance of justice, urging believers to stand firmly for justice as witness to Allah, even if it be against yourself or your parents or your kin. A sentence from the Mahabharata, which is there on the Supreme Court in court number 1, underscores this. Yato dharmas tato jayaha. Meaning victory follows truth. This is what I understand to be religion because this is what binds people. And anything contrary to that, I would very respectfully deny as being religion. Pursuing science as the solution is not enough. There is no peace possible unless your vision includes religion. There are things which are natural conditions and essential requirements for justice. I'll just name a few. It is not possible to go into them. Something which Kailash ji mentioned, that is equality. There is freedom and opportunity to grow. But equality, you will all understand, is a much misapplied principle. It has a very interesting effect when you impose equality in the body politic. Equality in the body politic. It goes directly against freedom. I cannot do better than to quote Will Durant, who says, inequality is not only natural and inborn, it grows with the complexity of civilization. Freedom and equality are sworn and everlasting enemies, and when one prevails, the other dies. The true principle seems to be not to treat unequals equally and equals unequally. In its application to human justice, it simply means equality before the law or equal application of the laws. The second requirement possibly is freedom and opportunity to grow. And freedom means not to curse people, but freedom without injuring others. One of the greatest statements I ever read about freedom is that your right to swing your arm ends where my nose begins. Throughout history, freedoms that injure others in body and mind and feeling have been curtailed by rulers and constitutions, and rightly so. As I said, the desire for justice cannot be revenge, but then it has to be something. And I would submit that it is reason to maintain peace in society. Galileo, you know, who was criticized for saying that the sun revolves around the earth, ultimately said something very interesting. I do not feel obliged to believe that the same God who has endowed us with sense, reason, and intellect has intended us to forego its use. So, reason is something which is absolutely essential, and I think it is being ignored in the heat of passion and the desire for revenge. It cannot result in justice if it is driven by passion. And then I come to what the most essential requirement of justice are: good judges. And Ehrlich said that the ultimate guarantee of justice is the personality of the judge. I certainly don't claim to have it, but it is that which we have endeavored to inculcate in national law schools, that you must look like a judge, you must behave like a judge, because without that, all these notions, all these laws remain in the books. What is necessary is that the laws be administered in a just manner. I think the path to peace begins with recognizing the inherent worth and dignity of all living beings, regardless of their differences and despite their wrongdoings, which, in other words, is compassion. I am sure that this temple has inaugurated a new era in our civilization, in which justice and peace reign supreme. Thank you. Jai Hind.
So peace, what is peace? Peace is a
continuous state of joy. And it exists only in a conflict-free mind. I hope you guys agree. So, how can peace be brought by the health or by well-being? So, I need to throw a question to the audience. What is the need of time? What is the need of this hour in the present world? My answer is universal peace, and I am sure all of you agree to it. Universal peace means a war-free world, a terrorism-free world, and a disease-free world. So how can you get universal peace, or how can you achieve universal peace? By working through a global health platform. It's a very intricate question. See, health has three facets. One is social health, and most of the social organizations and many religious organizations, as well as most of the educational organizations or institutions, have already done a lot of work and still continuing doing a lot of work. So the good work is being done in that direction. Second is physical health. It has already been incorporated from primary schooling in most of the countries, practically every country in the world. So we all are aware, and to a great extent we practice in some or other way. And what about the mental health? This is the third facet, mind health. Mind health work has been done. There is some projection, some propagation, but it is not enough. Why the mind is disturbed? So there is a science. I am simply going to give a little bit of bird view. I can't go into the detail, but your brain is a factory which produces four important chemicals: dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphin. And good production and optimal levels of these chemicals in the brain will keep you relaxed. They will give you a sense of sort of fulfillment, sense of being loved and cared. And if these things happen, a person is by and large at the peace of one's mind. So, how to achieve that? It is already the techniques and the methodologies have been described and discussed since ages. Practically all the religions have different practices, and many other experts have also developed. But if you ask me, I consider two of them the most important. One is concentration practice, and the other is meditation practices. These are the practices, they affect and they positively keep all those four chemicals, properly production of these four chemicals and their levels to the optimal level. So I think practically many of you know about it, but I am sure very few of you practice it. That is the problem. So it means that there is a time, or it's a genuine need of time to generate a drive for these practices. So how does the drive start? It starts from an individual. It means it starts from me, it starts from you, and it starts from everybody sitting over here. We have to learn it properly. There are methodologies, there are teachers for it, and then you have to spend time and spare time. Initially, you may feel a bit, sort of monotone, but once you learn it, you get hooked to it, and then that drive is slowly percolated in the family, and many families practicing the same will gradually, take it to the society and then to the country at large. And many such countries, they have this sort of drive will lead to a global movement, and then as a result, you can create a strong global mental health platform, which can lead us to the universal peace. So many of you must be having in your mind that, yeah, he has told correct thing, but it is easier said than done. Actually, I don't agree to it. We have an example before few years. If you see, our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, who himself is an ardent yoga and meditation practitioner, he took yoga drive, which was already existent in many countries, to and officialized it and created a global yoga movement successfully with his perseverance and persistence, and we are seeing the positive results. And similarly, the same approach or methodology can be applied for concentration and meditation practices to improve the mental health, and then it can lead to sort of a universal peace situation, and again a war-free, a terrorism-free, and a disease-free world, of course. What is the evidence now? Is peace through health or peace through well-being something new to this world? Or is, universal peace through a strong global mind health platform is something new to the world? Again, if you go through the history, wars have happened since thousands of years, battles, skirmishes, terrorism attacks, everything have happened since thousands of years. And during every timeline, the sagas, the saints, and the philosophers and wise people have tried to teach the importance of peace to the population there and then, to create a state of regional peace, and that can, that can lead to, end of all the conflicts. At that time, world was divided into the regional geographies, and now it has become very small. We are global, so the things, we have to think in the perspective of sort of a global creation. If you see, the oldest religion is Hinduism, and in Hinduism, again, it is the oldest scripture we consider is Veda. And in Atharva Veda, it has been mentioned that Deva Nam Pur Ayodhya. It means that your body is a city of gods, maintain it. Lord Buddha used to teach his disciples that love your body because you can't live without it. Christianity, Bible, 1 Corinthians 6th chapter, God conveyed a message to all his disciples through Saint Paul. Your body is a holy church where you worship me. If you destroy it, you will be destroyed. In Islam, if you see, the next holy scripture after Holy Quran in Islam is Hadith. Hadith is the compilation of teachings of His Holiness Prophet Muhammad. There is a mention in it that next best blessings after the faith in Islam is your own health. And there is also a mention in it that His Holiness himself used to practice archery, camel riding, horse riding, and he used to observe the fast to keep him well. As late as 17th century, Lord Swaminarayana all his life, worked for, establishing peace through health. At that point of time, looking at the social fabric, it was very vital to improve the social health, and he worked all his life to improve the social health through his spiritual teachings. And that legacy and tradition percolated through gurus, and we all know the unprecedented seminal work done by His Holiness Pramukh Swami Maharaj to create more than 1100 such immortal monuments of peace, camaraderie, and harmony. The latest evidence is the place where all of us have assembled. It is not simply a holy temple campus. It is an immortal monument of universal peace and brotherhood. And it is going to direct the future, and this has been created under the leadership of His Holiness Mahant Swami Maharaj with the revered saints of BAPS organization, and that is a big achievement humankind has. So, we need to work on very aggressively. It's a need of time. We have to work very aggressively on improving and strengthening the global mental health platform, global mind health platform, because, without that, we cannot achieve the target of universal peace. Let us all take a pledge today, me first for the mind health, to contribute to a peaceful universe. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Firstly, I just consider it the biggest honor to share a stage with everyone here. And Vivek, he's probably the most charming and the best actor we have in this country. I remember the first movie with Satya with him on that bike. I told my father I want to ride a bike after that, and it didn't happen, Vivek, but I lived my dream through watching that song, Hamdang Suniyo Re. Anyways, I'm going to try and break this up into two parts, ladies and gentlemen. Today, for me, marks a very significant moment in history as we gather to celebrate the inauguration of the BAPS Hindu Mandir in Abu Dhabi. Honestly, I'm overwhelmed, humbled, and just inspired. I truly want to spend a minute to talk about how I applaud the journey of one man's vision 27 years ago being fulfilled by one man, none other than the Mahant Swami Maharaj. And the 1200 plus Swamijis and the number of bhaks and karyakartas who've sacrificed so much across the last 30 years to make this happen. I salute you. Aapko mera salam aur pranam. To me, this groundbreaking spiritual oasis stands as a beacon of global harmony. And it really promotes all peace and love through this endeavor. This temple will bring cultures, it'll bring countries, and I believe will bring civilizations closer together as we in the world are fighting internal enmity, internal politics. And I really hope that countries and leaders grow in their own unique ways by embodying the values of this temple. As you think about promoting global harmony, right? And we stand amidst this amazing edifice that has been created. It's been meticulously planned on the friendship between two great countries, India and UAE. Bhavesh talked about the 7 spires paying homage to the 7 Emiratis in UAE. And all the carvings that are depicting not just the cultures of India, but cultures of the world, right? I was amazed to see the Dome of Harmony when Swamiji was showing it to me. 5 different layers depicting the 5 elements of nature: earth, fire, water, air, space. Unbelievable, right? I truly believe that we are living in this era which is of division and discord. All worlds are looking internally. All countries are looking internally, right? And in this, we need someone to inspire us. When I walked in today, I did not know what to expect. I was just blown. I think I am just overwhelmed that this mandir is not just bringing cultures, religions, and spirituality together. It's bringing in science. It's bringing in spirituality. It's actually celebrating our diversity. How many things divide us? Language divides us. Culture divides us. What we're wearing divides us, right? But this temple has really given us that opportunity to tell a story. Now, the hardest job for anyone on this panel, with all my respect to everyone here, is talking about peace through media. It's an oxymoron. All of you laughed around it. But let me start by ending my dedication to Sri Sant Maharaj on taking this vision to life by taking a small snippet from Bahadur Shah Zafar. It's a ghazal. And it says, "Baat karni mujhe mushkil, kabhi aisi to na thi. Baat karni mujhe mushkil, kabhi aisi to na thi. Jaise ab hai Shri Mahant Swami ji, aapki mehfil, kabhi aisi to na thi. ले गया छीनकर कौन तेरा सबर ओ करार, बेकरारी ये दिल कभी ऐसी तो ना थी." Let's start by the power of stories. This morning, my mother sent me a WhatsApp forward. It was a video of a young boy in a yellow t-shirt. I don't know how many of you saw this story. But it was a story of global harmony. And that story of global harmony, through that young boy who was about 18 years old, went out to say that imagine a global harmony created by the BAPS Hindu Mandir, where the land was donated by a Muslim ruler to create a temple for Hindus, whose lead architect was a Christian, whose foundational designer was a Buddhist, whose contractor was a Parsi, and whose project director was a Sikh. Now that is the most unbelievable, powerful story that I have ever heard on unity through diversity. I think it is the job of all media today to amplify this voice of harmony and this understanding. Today I can tell you that as a member of the tech, social media, and digital media industry, I pledge to carry this message forward through our platforms. I truly believe the definition of media has changed. Let me give you a statistic. There are 1.5 billion people in India, correct? How many TVs do we have in India? Any guess? 200 million. 200 million TVs. Boss, this is the new device. This is the device not just for consumption, but for creation. And the number of kids who come up to me today and ask me, they don't want to be a software engineer. They don't want to be anything else. They want to be creators. And today the power of creation is in our hands. The onus is on all of us to tell these stories, because media can inspire a very positive change, as Vivek had mentioned, right? Stories of resilience, stories of innovation, stories of altruism, stories where individuals and communities come together to create a greater good. I think that is the power that the mobile gives us. And that's the new media that we need to start chasing. At the end, I know we're short on time, and I'm between you and one or two other speakers, so I'd like to conclude. I'd just like to say that let us remember that this temple is not just a physical edifice. It's a testament to the power of the human spirit and the boundless potential of unity. I really hope that this enduring edifice becomes a beacon of light, guiding generations to come in the future where peace, harmony, and love reign supreme. And I'd like to thank the entire BAPS organization for having an unworthy soul like me here today. But I'd really like to add that when I walked through the entire temple, I saw that this was a truly transforming and uplifting, future-building, civilizational changing edifice. But these foundations have had their roots in the past. But importantly, it should help us cross the bridge, bridging people, bridging minds, but most importantly, bringing the entire world together. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
I would like to thank all the honorable guests for coming here to celebrate the Day of Peace. દરેક વ્યક્તિને શાંતિ જોઈએ છે. પૈસા જુદી વસ્તુ છે અને શાંતિ જુદી વસ્તુ છે. પણ આપણે પૈસોને શાંતિ માનીએ છીએ. પણ એ મોટી ભૂલ છે. શાંતિ તો અલગ વસ્તુ છે. દરેક વ્યક્તિને શાંતિ જોઈએ છે. બધા બહાર શાંતિ શોધે છે, પણ શાંતિ આંતરિક વસ્તુ છે. કોઈ જ વ્યક્તિ કે પરિસ્થિતિ આપને અશાંતિ આપતી નથી. કોઈ વ્યક્તિ કે પરિસ્થિતિ આપને અશાંતિ આપતી નથી, પણ આપણું મન જ આપણને શાંતિ અને અશાંતિ આપે છે. It is our mind only that plays here and there. આપણે મનમાં પોઝિટિવ વિચાર કરીશું તો શાંતિ રહેશે. આપણે સારા વિચારો કરશું તો શાંતિ રહેશે. આપણે મનમાં નેગેટિવ વિચાર રાખીશું તો અશાંતિ રહેશે. આટલું જ છે. શાંતિ અશાંતિનું કારણ આપણું મન જ છે. એટલે મનમાં જો આપણે ભાગ્યશાળી હોઈએ અને આપણે પોઝિટિવ થિંકિંગ ઉપર ચડી જઈએ તો બહુ સારું. પણ એવું હોતું નથી. ગમે એવો હોય પણ તોય આ અશાંતિનું કારણ જ આપણું મન છે. એટલે એ બધું બગાડે છે. આપણા મન પોઝિટિવ વિચાર કરીએ તો શાંતિ રહેશે. આપણે પોઝિટિવ સારા વિચારો, ઉન્નત વિચારો કરશું તો શાંતિ રહેશે. આપણે મનમાં નેગેટિવ વિચાર કરીશું તો અશાંતિ રહેશે. આટલું જ છે. તો આપણું મન જ છે. શાંતિ અશાંતિનું કારણ મન જ છે. આપણે પ્રાર્થના કરીએ કે ભગવાન દરેકને પોઝિટિવ વિચાર આપે. પ્રાર્થના સિવાય બીજું કંઈ ખપે એમ નથી. तो આપણે વિચાર કરીએ, પ્રાર્થના કરીએ કે ભગવાન દરેકને પોઝિટિવ વિચાર આપે અને આખા વિશ્વમાં શાંતિ સ્થપાય. ભગવાનનો વિચાર એ મોટા મોટો પોઝિટિવ વિચાર છે. ભગવાન સંબંધી વિચાર એટલે ભગવાન બાજુ આપણે જતા હોઈએ. અત્યારે તો આપણે 0 હોઈએ, પણ ભગવાન બાજુ જતા હોઈએ તો આપણને શાંતિ મળશે. ભગવાન વિચાર એ મોટા મોટો પોઝિટિવ વિચાર છે. અને આપણા શાસ્ત્રોમાં પણ લખ્યું છે કે શાંતિ ભગવાનના ચરણોમાં રહી છે. આપણા બધા શાસ્ત્રોમાં આ વિચાર છે. ભગવાનના ચરણમાં શાંતિ રહી છે. આ મંદિરમાં વિરાજમાન થયા છે તો અહીં જે આવે તે દરેકને પરમ શાંતિનો અનુભવ થાય તે પ્રાર્થના.
आस्था भजन संतों के संग।
मैं फूलों में बसा स्वाद हूँ, हर मिलावट से आजाद हूँ, परिश्रम और प्रतिबद्धता हूँ। मैं प्रकृति हूँ, शुद्धता हूँ, मैं बूंद बूंद में दिखने वाली जतन हूँ, सद्गुणों से भरा खरापन हूँ, कुदरत का अंश लेकर जीवन दायिनी बना हूँ मैं। पतंजलि हनी हूँ मैं, किसान से दुकान तक।
घोटाला है घोटाला, घोटाला है घोटाला।
मसाले का घोटाला?
हाँ, मसालों में होती है कई तरह की मिलावटें, इसलिए मैं यूज करती हूँ सेहत वाले पतंजलि मसाले।
पतंजलि मसाले सेहत वाले।
ये है वैदिक ब्रॉडकास्टिंग। आस्था भजन संतों के संग।
राधे 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 श्याम लेके नाम झूम लूं, निताई गौ राधे श्याम लेके नाम झूम लूं। जो भी बोले राधे राधे, ओ जो भी बोले राधे राधे, 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 बाकी पाँव चूम लूं। ये जात चले रस्ते रस्ते, या शाम पिया बनवारी ने दिल छीन लिया, हंसते 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 गोविंदा गोपाला मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, गोविंदा गोपाला मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, गोविंदा गोपाला मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, भज मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, भज मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, भज मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, भज मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, गोविंदा गोपाला मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, गोविंदा गोपाला मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, मुरली मनोहर भज मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, भज मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, ओ भज मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, सब गाओ, गोविंदा गोपाला मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, गोविंदा गोपाला मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, भजो मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, भजो मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, भजो मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, मुरली मनोहर नंदलाला, भजो मुरली मनोहर कभी भूलूं ना याद तुम्हारी हरी, चाहे जागृत स्वप्न में सोता ब्रजराज तुम्हारे वियोग में बस यूं ही निरंतर रोता मुझको राधारमन कर दो ऐसा मगन, मुझको राधारमन कर दो ऐसा मगन, रटूं मैं तेरा तेरा नाम मैं आठों से भर दो मन, गाओ तेरे भजन। प्रेम से भर दो मन, गाओ तेरे भजन। लट है तेरा तेरा सेवा करते हुए जरा भाव भरे भूषणों से आपको सजाऊं
आपको सजाऊं
तेरे बदन रटूं मैं तेरा नाम। मैं आँखों या मुझको राज कर दो ऐसा मदन, मुझको राज कर दो ऐसा मदन रटूं मैं तेरा आप सब लोग जरा गुनगुनाएं तो अच्छा लगेगा, ताली वादन करके। तुम्हें देख जियूं, तुम्हें देख मर जाऊं मैं। तुम्हें देख जियूं, तुम्हें देख मर जाऊं मैं। जन्म जन्म तेरा दास ही कहाऊं मैं। जन्म जन्म तेरा दास ही कहाऊं मैं। दास ही कहाऊं मैं। रखना अपनी शरण, करना मन मेरा रखना अपनी शरण, करना मन मेरा मन रटूं मैं तेरा रटूं मैं तेरा मैं आँखों मुझको राज कर दो ऐसा मदन, मुझको राज कर दो ऐसा मदन रटूं मैं तेरा नाम। मैं आँखों मुझको राज कर दो ऐसा मगन होके जरा मगन होके मुझको राधा कर दो ऐसा मुझको राधा कर दो ऐसा रटूं मैं तेरा मैं आँखों मुझको जरा ताली बजा के गाइए सब लोग। गौ माता को सुनाओ जरा, गौ माता तक आवाज हो जाए। मुझको कर दो ऐसा, मुझको राज कर दो ऐसा, कर रट में तेरा नाम, मैं आज हो मुझको याद कर दो ऐसा, मुझको
आस्था भजन संतों के संग।
मोक्षदायिनी भू बैकुंठ अयोध्या धाम में प्रथम बार यज्ञ सम्राट महामंडलेश्वर स्वामी श्री प्रखर जी महाराज के सानिध्य में 1500 विद्वान ब्राह्मणों द्वारा 17 दिवसीय 100 कुंडीय विराट श्री लक्ष्य चंडी महायज्ञ, श्री लक्ष्य गणपति महायज्ञ एवं श्री राम यज्ञ के पावन उपलक्ष्य पर सरयू तट गोलाघाट अयोध्या से सीधा प्रसारण देखिए। आस्था भजन पर यज्ञ का संकल्प पूजन आदि 22 फरवरी प्रातः 7:30 से 1 बजे। संत सम्मेलन 23 फरवरी से 9 मार्च प्रातः 10 से 1 बजे वैदिक चैनल पर। महायज्ञ के संयोजक श्रीमद जगत गुरु रामानुजाचार्य स्वामी श्री राघवाचार्य जी महाराज के श्रीमुख से श्री राम कथा 22 फरवरी से 1 मार्च सायं 4 से 7 बजे। परम पूज्य भागवत भास्कर श्रद्धेय श्री कृष्णचंद्र शास्त्री ठाकुर जी महाराज के श्रीमुख से श्रीमद भागवत कथा 2 से 8 मार्च सायं 4 से 7 बजे। महायज्ञ में सम्मिलित होने व अधिक जानकारी हेतु संपर्क करें 8791584574, 9334738125, 9616703209।
फोन हटा अपनों से खेल, सर्दी गर्मी बारिश में खेल, और चोर पुलिस इंस्पेक्टर जेल, खो खो लूडो चुक चुक रेल, चुक 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 रेल। दिल से खेलो फिर से सारे खेल,
पर ये खेल कभी ना खेल,
मतलब
अपने तेल से कभी ना खेल,
वरना होगी सेहत फेल। सेहत को खिलवाड़ ना बनाए, पतंजलि फिजिकली रिफाइंड राइस ब्रान व सोयाबीन ऑयल लाए और सेहत पाए।
वात पित्त कफ को जो करता है नित्य खंड खंड, अशुद्धता का भाव भी इसको न छू सके कभी। ये जीवनीय शक्ति है, इसमें न अतिशयोक्ति है। आयुर्वेद का ये सार है, आरोग्य का प्रकाश है। ये दिव्य है, अमूल्य है, पतंजलि च्यवनप्राश है।
माँ के हाथ से बने बिलोने के घी जैसा स्वादिष्ट व सेहतमंद पतंजलि गाय का देसी घी खाइए, अपने परिवार को मिलावट के जहर से बचाइए।
सिया राम